Okay, so welcome everybody. Now, as I mentioned in the group, today we'll be discussing and trying to figure out a little bit more about destiny and free will and the consequences. And I suggested some of the movies and books, so that you can read it to understand better, so that we have a better discussion. And I hope you did it, because not necessarily right now, but in general, you have read about all of that. And so you have few things from your side as a contribution. Yeah. And one of the most meaningful movie or serial which I saw was Vortex, which is a French serial. Now, that is something which made me think a lot. Okay. There are two folds in that. When we talk about destiny, which is nothing but soul purpose, right? There is a soul purpose. And with my understanding, at least what I want to believe, and time and again, when I debate in my own head, this is what I have felt is the truth, for me at least. Okay, it is, we are well within the destiny. Our life itself is a destiny, or our life itself is soul purpose. We are well within it. There is no way we can get out of it, because we are completely our soul. There is nothing beyond the soul. There is nothing outside. Let's say you are this body, which is a vessel. What is filled inside the vessel is your soul, or your soul is around it and your body is immersed in it. Now, how can you just think, okay, this is where the edge of my soul, and after that is not my soul? There is no such thing as that. It is like the soul seems to be the medium, and you have to be within that. And not only you, your past life, your future life, all of it is in the medium of the soul. So it's a constant universe which you are conversing, in touch, experiencing within the soul. So the soul has a story, and that itself is a soul purpose. The soul has a work to do. Soul has something as a goal, some amount of experiences to come. So that is what is the soul purpose. This is my explanation of the soul purpose. Do you feel the same resonance, or do you feel anything different other than this? Any one of you?
So the purpose of the soul, so howsoever much we may work,
You are
sometimes.
inside the purpose only all the time. There is nothing as you are deviating from the soul purpose.
So that is the destiny in that case.
It is. It is the
This is
same. Destiny
then
is
it is
the
the
word which we
destiny,
can
right?
understand. Destiny is a logical word for soul purpose. Many people cannot agree with the words like soul, purpose, and all that, right?
So
So,
then in that case, so I have been raised to believe that in
mhm.
that case, then karma is nothing.
Karma is also inside that soul purpose. Every bit what you can think is part of this soul purpose.
So if I say that this is destiny, if destiny is doing everything, should I just put my hands in my lap and sit and watch?
That is a choice you're taking. That is also a choice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But nothing stops, no? Something continues still.
Yeah.
You cannot stop this. How you cannot stop aging? You cannot stop this soul purpose. You stand upside down. It's all the choices we are making. But these choices are going to stop your soul purpose? No.
So then yeah, so I have been raised in a family which believe, so there's one thing my dad used to say, अनहोनी होती नहीं and होनी टलती नहीं. So if I put it in English, that unhoni is something when we say, like there's a sudden death or something like that, we say, oh my god, ये तो होना ही नहीं था, how did this happen? He says अनहोनी होता नहीं, and जो होना होता है, that is, you cannot escape that.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is actually true. And you think that you didn't choose something, indirectly you chose it. You don't have any, it's something you're compelled to choose. You think that you are, okay, this is good for me to study. This is not, I became an engineer. I don't want to be a doctor. You think that you're choosing. But then you don't know. But one thing is for sure, all is part of your huge soul purpose or your destiny. So there is no way that you are going wrong somewhere. Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about the soul purpose related. And then we'll talk about free will. Then what is free will? Kind of a thing. And how this free will actually play around with consequences. Okay, even the consequences are part of your destiny then. But how does that matter to us? That's how we should understand. The one first framework which I put here is there is no way you can go beyond the soul. You are inside the soul. There is no boundary for the soul. If it is so, then everything you're experiencing is part of your soul purpose. Every little thing. And you think it is by choice, but not doing choice or not choosing is also a choice. So choices are also inevitable. So choices are also it's like the wheel which is turning. Choices are like the time which you cannot stop. So the choices are also which you cannot stop. Yes, Navina, quickly you can ask a question and we'll move on.
So when you said, it was, I think, related. Okay.
It's okay.
Am I audible? Am
Yeah,
I
yeah.
audible?
This is fine. Perfect.
Okay.
You found the
Finally.
solution.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was little, when you said everything is part of soul, although it's related to free, means my thought, I got a little confused when I saw adjustment bureau. Okay. In that whole thing, it was that he was time and again he was saying no, 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 but he was consciously he was going against it, and finally he manifested what he wanted it, at the end. So it
But that was his destiny. And you think that he's manifesting, and how much ever they tried to take him away, it didn't happen.
Right.
He would
Right.
again go back there.
Right. So again, it is like if it was destined, he was pulled against it. Like all the forces were working against, but he was so strong in his mind. That means that was also part of his soul purpose, that he will work against it and manifest.
Probably. But what I'm saying is you don't have to work hard also. Because you will go. Working hard is for your experience. That's all.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, as Karima said, like, one choice is sitting, just not doing anything. One is doing your actions and then, moving towards
all choices. There is nothing
towards...
in between the choices. There is nothing called that.
I mean,
all the choices are standing one attached to each other.
Right. So we are even guided to make the choices which will lead us to the destiny, if I can put it like that.
Everything is destiny.
Yeah.
So it's like choosing a different path. It's like a huge river,
Hmm.
and there are tributaries which are mingled inside the river, the huge river. So
Right.
there are many streams inside a huge river. Whatever stream you take, you are inside that river.
Right. Anyway, I'll flow. Whatever path, I will flow.
Whatever you do it, you cannot escape your destiny.
Right.
It is just that you have different experiences,
Hmm.
but you will go in the same path.
Got it. Got it.
Okay? So the Zen Buddhism says there is no heaven and hell, both are same place. But the path you choose to go there is what makes you feel like heaven or hell. And that's exactly what is the definition of destiny. It's the same thing. Where you go is the path. And you happen to choose different paths. That's all. And life is so simple and easy as this. So instead of just sitting there with your legs up and thinking that, "Oh, I'm not going to do anything," make it interesting. No. Be rest assured that you're going where you need to go. Make it interesting, make it nice, make it, let's say, the perks which you get because you're going in that path, make it really good for you. You will go where you need to go. However, okay? So let us talk a little more about this. Now, you will, of course, you will have to, we are going to go a little deeper to understand what is our life purpose. So that is where you will start answering
Just
questions. Yes, Garima.
just one thing, Ishani. Then what is so yeah, destiny understood this is gonna happen and whatever. So all this talk about free will and
I'll come to that.
yeah, and
Yes.
manifestations, then it is all hogwash, right?
Not exactly hogwash. That's part of the destiny only. Okay, we'll come to that. It'll become clear for you a little later. Okay? We'll also say how this karma plays a role in that then. See, it's like when I come to that, you'll know it's like a huge Mahabharata with small stories. It's basically like that. But when we start understanding this, you'll be more clear about all of this. Okay? So whenever you learn a new concept, let's say karma is a concept, isn't it? Okay? When you learn it, try seeing it how it fits into the soul purpose and destiny. Healing, how it fits into the soul purpose and destiny. And consequences, how it fits into the destiny. Free will, how it fits. So because destiny is your soul, the story of the soul, let's say, everything has to fit into it. If you're saying that you have gravitational force, if you're living on earth, it has to fit into every physics law on the earth. No, it has to fit in. It has to, you have to think how it fits in. That is when you will grow. Okay. So let's see a little bit more. Now, the moment you talk about soul, it is not logical. We'll all agree with that. It's not at all logical. So you will have to start believing illogical things. If you do not want to, then further discussion is stupid. Because I can't provide you proof. I can only just make you feel nice by telling you stories and examples, and I can convince you. But it's illogical. Okay? So that's the first thing. If you start telling this to a lot of people outside this group, they will say you're nonsense. You're talking esoteric stuff, and maybe you're hallucinating, maybe, just stop it because I don't understand. I believe something different, and that is working for me in my life. Yes, everybody has their choices. So let's not go and bug others and then tell them that this is the truth. There is no thing as truth because it's illogical. Okay. So, first of all, to understand your soul and to understand your soul purpose, the main thing in our life is we have to calm down. We are so busy in our life. We have to calm down. We should slow down a bit. That is the first thing towards understanding any of these concepts. Okay. Now, the moment we want to be busy with Instagrams and to-do lists and then Netflix and so many things, we don't want to be free at all. We have a huge list of books to read and huge list of new movies to watch and so many things. Netflix even gives you the future, alarms of notification, what beautiful movies you would like to watch. AI will predict you even more. Probably you'll like this more, like that, etc. Now, if you cannot give yourself a time, you will never know who truly you are. You are knowing only what everybody thinks who you are, right? Because the suggestions of movie they're giving you, I mean, what is that? Okay, of course, you liked so many before you saw, but you like more also, right? So much more also. So it cannot be just that. But if you're spending so much time on all of these things, like binge watching, kind of things, then you'll never know who you are. That's the first and foremost thing. Slow down, give yourself something which is illogical yet makes you feel contented and feel good about yourself. If you quietly sit and stare at something, maybe you have a lot of thoughts in your head and mind, it's okay, but then you will never feel it's wasted. You rather love it. And since we are so busy now with so many things, the moment we get such a thing, we all end up sleeping. That means we are sleep deprived. So first we have to satisfy our sleep. And then probably without sleeping, you'll just stare at something. Yeah. So many times, whenever we are doing small process, people say, the moment you started, I slept. And the moment you stopped, I woke up. That again tells me that they are sleep deprived. And the moment they gave chance for themselves to slow down, they immediately slept off. They used it to sleep. So you have to, first of all, finish your sleeping deficit. Then comes trying to understand your soul. If you find 10 minutes, you'll say that, hey, let me go do some gymming. Okay, I'm not keeping myself fit. Okay, yeah, you're busy again. It's like that. So then what we have to next think is, okay, we got some time. Then let's think about what are the purpose of some few things we already know. Okay, let us look at a tree. Okay, just think. Let's discuss a little bit. What could be the purpose of a tree? Can somebody just say something about it? Of course, it gives oxygen for us, and that reduces the pollution. Can you think a little more beyond its functionality? Yes, Garima.
So the thing which always comes to my mind is what is the age and how many things this tree has seen and how it is interconnected, like how wide the roots are and how they must have been interconnected generationally. So the one outside my house, I always feel how many people it would have seen coming and going. I know. So it must have, if they speak, they would have so many stories to tell.
Isn't it? So it is sturdily standing there across time and space if you look at it. So one thing which is so present in the present tense, but across time and space. And what all it would have seen, what kind of stories it would have seen, and how probably it protected many birds. Maybe it kind of um, gave some amount of contribution towards the ecosystem, isn't it? So that could be the life purpose of the tree. Though every day it is seeing, okay, one milkman coming there, parking his cycle, probably giving milk, whatever. Every day there's little things it sees, but the larger scape, it has its purpose, big purpose. Now, let's think about a little more trying to figure out. We all finished the pandemic, COVID. Let's just think, what was the purpose of that? The bacteria.
Cleansing the universe, you know. I mean, it's like,
Maybe
right,
it needed to cleanse people.
right.
It needed to probably reduce some amount of, population.
Population. Yeah.
It also changed some people belief system.
Hmm.
Some people who never believed in vaccination ended up taking a vaccination. Some people who believed in vaccination did not take and still they were okay. And then what else probably would have happened? It fixed a lot of people relationship problem. They had to speak. Many people divorced. Many people became stronger. Yeah. Many people understood how to coexist with people, not going to office and all that. Many people found out how their house is so good. And many people understood that they don't have so much time with elders. And they have to spend a lot of other time in a lot of other things. Some people found meaningful meaning in their work they're doing. They started new work. Some people found their capabilities. They started new business. Some people found their confidence. Some people kind of reborn, you know. So a lot of things happened to for a lot of people when it comes to COVID. So it started. And every the vaccination they gave kind of changed the DNA. So in the larger aspect, in a huge mass, some DNA got changed of the earth. Yeah, Ritika, you have something to say? Few minutes only.
Yeah, no, you were asking what COVID changed, so I thought we were all answering. That's why I raised my
It's okay. If you have something, you can say it.
I feel like a lot of light was thrown on natural healing. Like for me, that's what I learned from it. I learned to give up fear. Like for the first year, I lived in fear. And then I, overcame it. And then it was so beautiful because when you work with faith and when you like work with your own body and the natural systems, then it's so beautiful. So I also feel that it threw a lot of light on natural healing and nature, because everyone, like especially from the bigger cities, everyone went back home. They really found, you know like intimacy with their family and things like that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And another thing, as I said, um, I realized that online work is so nice and good for me. It's like that. So a lot of people might have felt that this cannot happen to me sitting inside a house. A lot of people felt that this is my life. This is so beautiful. And yet I can be connected with the external world. So many things for everybody. But predominantly, it changed relationships with we and with our people, with us and our career, with us and the universe, with us and the health related stuff. It created different relationships. And have you ever wondered why? Why it affected the relationships so much more? Because
We,
this is the problem which affected the lungs. Okay? And the lungs, breathing basically, right? It is prana, one that. Second thing is right next to the heart. Heart is all about love and acceptance. It is about that. So that's how you can understand that what was the purpose of that COVID. And it made us resilient. It made us understand that we can live beyond that also. Okay? So let us look at a little more closer now. When it's not our life, it is easier to understand. When slowly it becomes our life, it's very tough to understand because we disagree. So let's think about the purpose of your family of origin. Family of origin is your parents and your grandparents. Basically, your family. Just think. All of you think. You don't have to share with me here. I'll give you a moment. You can think and you can write it also. What is the purpose of your family? Not you, your family. Just think about it, how your family has been. It may be good or bad. It may be a contributory family or it's like credits and debits, okay? Somebody in the family will keep on crediting into the family book, and then so many other people can do a lot of debits of that. And still they will sail through because so much credit has been done already. Once it's all over, that is when the bad fate starts. So if you're crediting, doing something good in the family book, then someone else will actually enjoy that. So just think, it may be a business family, it maybe has created something new. There is a texture to this family. And that you will know that what is the purpose of this family. Don't get to what is your purpose in this family. Don't just look at as a family as a whole. Your parents side family. That's what I'm trying to say. You'll know how they have been. How do you know? It's because what kind of friends they have, what kind of people they're associated with, what kind of events happen there. So you will have an idea. Oh, this seems to be my family's purpose. And that also gives you a little bit idea why you're born there, actually. Okay, now we are moving on from there. Next, I want you to think, what is the purpose probably of your current family, which is you, your husband, your children. If you're not married, then you just think family of origin itself. Maybe if you realize that, you can, I don't know, not necessary. Just you don't have to think about current family. That's all. But think that what you as a family is been. It may be like, oh my gosh, looks like we are only cribbing all the time, or oh, we are party animals. And then slowly think that, okay, how is it about happiness? Is it, what are we doing? You know, it's just small little discussion in your head. That's all about your life. The beliefs and the opinions will also tell you what kind of purpose you are going towards. Because the beliefs and the opinions also are pushing you in your family, in your life purpose. Okay, so that's about it. Then, what happens is, as I said, the more you connect with your soul, it's very easy to realize it. And it doesn't happen overnight or one session. You sit for 10 minutes, do meditation, get connected with your soul, or feel that clarity in your head. It doesn't immediately give you soul purpose. Okay, this is your soul purpose. No, it won't. It is eternally evolving. It is like it was always there, but your purview started growing a little bit more so that you started understanding it little more. Have you understood the life purpose when you were 15 years old, 20 years old is different than what you are thinking about the soul purpose now. It doesn't mean that your soul purpose totally changed. It's just that you started understanding it more. Because remember, you're inside that. It cannot change. Okay? Now, last time I think when we were talking, we talked about yin yang. Yin is about all of this, knowing your soul purpose, the intangible things about yourself. Yang is your physical reality. What kind of job am I doing? What are my desires? What do I want? These are all yang part of it. Yin part is larger than that. But the yin yang are same. So if you are able to understand the yang part, which is your physical reality, you will understand your life purpose too. Yeah? But you need to spend some time connected with your own soul to understand them. Okay? Now, so one other way of getting to know about the soul is soul retrieval, which will give you more clarity. Now, what is that? It is, I don't have so much of clarity about my own soul because I am not connected. I have not connected with the soul so much. Yeah? How does that happen? Every trauma in your life took away a bit of your soul. So when you start understanding what happened to you in your life, naturally you'll start aligning with it. That is actually soul retrieval. Okay? But for that, in your physical reality, I'm repeatedly talking the yin part and the yang part, okay? You have to observe that. If you want to understand your yin part, which is the intangible thing, in your physical reality, you need to have some few characteristics, no matter what, which is honesty. Okay? Being truthful. Another thing is willingness to experience things. This is right, that is wrong, will limit you. Okay? And trusting your intuition. Because I said this soul and life is illogical. So the illogically, whatever you're going to get, you have to trust that. So your insights, your awarenesses which are coming to you every day, which is coming from the soul. So you need to start trusting that part. Yeah? And then, hold on a minute. Okay. And then what you need to understand is you need to have gratitude for your own soul. Meaning, it is making you enjoy this life, no matter what. It's not stopping your life, right? So that is the gratitude. Okay? So whenever you have grateful to your own life, it opens up your heart saying that life is after all good. Let me just go through this. Like that, it will make you. So these are the things you should practice in your life, not dedicate some time. It's life as you're living. Just keep this in your mind. That's enough. And act accordingly. Okay? Now, how do I understand my soul? I'll just give you some few tips here. When you are going to make sure that these 4 things which we talked about and you're going to practice that in your life, lot of small little awareness will start coming to you. Meaning, you look at somebody and you feel, oh, I think they're very happy today. Or I think something is bothering them. Yeah? These are small little insights which will start coming to you when you follow those 4 things which we spoke about. Or you're staring at outside and you look at this big tree and which is standing across time and space, you'll feel that I actually am eternal like this tree. And it's okay. Whatever happens in this life, why should I really not like it or be insisting that it should be like that? I will try whatever happens. I'll have joy doing that, but I think I can flow. So these are the small little insights which will start coming to you, and you have to pay attention to that. Yeah. Third thing, I'm sorry, the second thing probably you should do is, which you're going to, all of you are going to answer in your book or think about it. There are some very core values for you, which you cannot sacrifice or which you cannot let them go no matter what. You cannot, it cannot be negotiable. What are those values? Can you write it down? It is like I'm a go-getter. I'll get what I want. I just need to put some hard work. Maybe it's like that for me. Or maybe it's like I don't have to work hard or anything. It's easy for me. It'll come. Or it can be, I'm a little introvert. I don't like people. So it's okay. I'll be at home. It's fine. I want things to be very clean because otherwise my mind get cluttered. I don't like high volume and noise. I want peace. I can't tolerate high volume. I want to go away if someone is playing loud music. Okay, there can be like, I'm a little fearful of my future. Always I had. But values are not actually something which will pull you down. Values are your core. So think about some of the values and write at least one value which you have. Think about that. Because that is part of your life purpose. Then the thing is the natural abilities, talents you're born with. Maybe you are a very nice cook. You cook so very well. And people who ever eat your food, they feel very nice and connected. So that's your part of how you can express yourself. That's also part of the soul purpose. And there are some knowledge and wisdoms you have, and you don't know how it's coming from, where it's coming from, you don't know. But you know it. Do you have any such things? Let's say that anything which you need to prepare, I know that you can prepare a day before, and that's exactly what it is required for that, let's say, a program. Or you know exactly whom to connect and contact to do something. It's very easy for you. And you know that. And you know how you can convince some people related to something. Yeah. So these are the some of the wisdoms you have. Okay. So if you just look at that, you know what is your life purpose. Slowly it starts becoming clear for you. Okay. And then whenever possible, there are so many techniques nowadays available. Meditation, a lot of other programs where you will start doing being mindful or, soul retrievals, journeys, therapies. So many things are there. You call whatever you want. They're all going to make you understand more and more about yourself. Or the program we do every Tuesday. We've got to know so much about ourselves all in this period of time. Okay. So, and then metaphorical world, a lot of people, when they see a symbol, when they see something, it starts making sense to them. Try to make sense out of everything. Again, I said, it is illogical. Somebody will call you, you're just making up in your head. It's not, fine. Don't even bother. No, please do bother about it. Because that makes sense to you. And that gives you a lot of understanding of yourself. And as I said, you need to believe it. Okay? So now, to understand the soul purpose and destiny and where you are, you have to understand that, let's take the example. Most of the people here know about Mahabharata, right? Most of the people know. Yeah. Now, Mahabharata has one big story. What is that big story? Can somebody just tell me in one sentence? What is Mahabharata actually?
The
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 war,
Kurukshetra
the Yudh.
battle.
Huh?
Yeah, the Kurukshetra basically where the Kurukshetra the battle which happened
Talk
in
with your
Kurukshetra.
mouthpiece. I can't hear you properly.
Sorry. That the battle which was held in Kurukshetra, and where Bhagavad Gita was then,
Okay, Gita is a
made.
part of it.
Yes,
Okay, it's
so
not the whole
basically
point.
the battle between the two brothers.
Yeah, the story is between Pandavas and Kauravas. Battle happened. The
Kauravas,
whole
yeah.
world became two part, and they fought, and Pandavas won, and that's what the whole story. Correct?
Right, right.
Now, if you start going a little deeper, each person has a story. Every person who took part in that Mahabharata has a story. And somehow their story is connected with this. For example, it is like, okay, somebody is cursed. And or somebody is given a boon. And that will be used in Mahabharata. Right? So the larger story has everybody to play a role. And even if one person is not there, the story will change. So this larger story is your life purpose. Okay? Each of these smaller stories are your small little things which happen in your life, events. But every event is in alignment with the larger purpose, actually speaking. So there is nothing to fix here. If you understand how this is playing the role, like, if you now we are able to read every, okay, Jarasandha, this guy, the Krishna, okay, Balram, all that we will read and we say, okay, fine. And we know what is the largest story we know. But what if you are able to understand each and every small event in your life, each and every person in your life, and how it is actually playing the role in your life purpose? That is what it is. All you need to do is take some time off with, without all of this buzz of your life and think about it. Then you will realize whether it is good or bad. You will realize Mahabharata, each story is not good. You know that? It's most gory story which probably your children should not see or read. But that's what it is. And it has a purpose. And Krishna tries to tell you the meaning behind. Each story has a meaning behind. Why it happened to you like this? Because in the larger story of the Mahabharata, you need to play like this. That is why it has come to you. So everything in your life is like that. Yeah? Now, so that means you are impacting someone else's story. You're co-creating for someone else. And someone else is doing that for you. And that is how your whole life purpose can be complete. So there is no way that you are wasting your life. There is no one else in your life who are wasting also. Everybody is contributing to you. It's just that we have not realized it. Okay? Now, what you have to understand is, let us say you are reading Mahabharata, okay? You are reading. You have this book. Now, as you're going straight, you just happen to, let's take one of the element of this Kurukshetra. Just pick somebody. Whom do you want? Just pick one.
Bhishma Pitama.
Can you just pick another, which is a quite...
Bhishma Pitama. Okay. Arjun.
Okay, let's take Arjun. Arjun is the main character also, right?
Right.
So you can immediately say, hey, let me understand this character Arjun. Let me read Arjun's life. Okay, then you'll see that how he was born. Okay, then you'll think that, oh my gosh, Kunti. Okay, let me read about Arjun's father. Then you'll start ending and reading about Kunti. When she was small, see, the tributaries will take you somewhere, isn't it? You will never finish Mahabharata. You are going to read about Kunti and what happened to Kunti and why she got that boon or whatever, how Arjun was born and whatever happened to Arjun, who was his wife, who was his children. Oh my God, this is a never ending story. Okay, so you were reading like this. Suddenly you decided you will read about Arjun. You took a left turn and you saw totally different terrain. Still, you are inside the story of Mahabharata, right? You took a left turn, which is Arjuna's story, and you found so many things there. There also you took another left turn, one right turn, went straight. So many things you did. Okay? So, how did you do it? You just got interested. That is your free will. You're going in your life. Suddenly you said, okay, let me take a left turn. And you went a little ahead in that. So let's assume that you're coming out of your house, okay? There are steps, okay? The first two steps or whatever you went down. Immediately, if you take a left turn, you will go hit probably one of the walls of your house, or you will hit a tree, or you will hit probably if you're in an apartment, if you instead of going to the ground floor, if you stopped at floor number 3, you will hit some other apartments there. But if you still continue to ground floor and then you come out and then take a left turn, there is probably a garden there. Okay? If you continue to go there, you will go to another different nagar layout. If you still continue, you go out of your city and the terrain is changing. But who made the choice? You made the choice. Are you still in your city, in your state, in India? And your life story drama is still going on, even if you go out of Bangalore and still that same thing is going on. That is life purpose. So you cannot get out of the life purpose. But you still can take, using the free will, go do this, go do all that. Now, because you stopped your lift at the 3rd floor, you happen to meet some other lady, maybe you screamed at her or something like that, or you spoke nicely. You have a different experience, that's all. So free will is just a choice to experience something. It doesn't take you away from your life purpose. Okay? Now, just because you met that lady, she contributed something in your life purpose. She gave you a gossip, which put your self-esteem low. These are the consequences. If you had not met that lady, your consequence wouldn't have been, your self-esteem wouldn't have been low, and you spoke beautifully well in that program which you're attending. You met her, she told you something, and then puss you went, and then you spoke some nonsense, it came out, you felt bad. So these are the consequences of meeting a person, encountering an event, is all consequences. And that will alter your perception of your life purpose. Still, you're on your life purpose. And like Mahabharata, somewhere this even contributes. You're still on your life purpose. But what terrain you experienced and you went, like you didn't read about Arjun, you straightly went ahead for Kurukshetra and read about Gita. Then your perception of Gita will be slightly different. Or you might have some opinion about this Arjun. Yeah, if you had gone there. So this is how the free will and your life purpose. Now, there are some few things which are so illogical that because you did something, the consequence opened a beautiful path for you. Again, on the life purpose itself, like you helped somebody, and we say that they gave you the best blessings. So because of this blessings, something amazing happened to you in your life. Now it's not that actually, it's because you took a left turn, you're watching the terrain. You're watching that environment there. And that's a beautiful environment. And how do I tell you this? Okay, let's say this way. You are you're searching for a job. Okay? And you're going to your job interview, but on the way you decided to stand in one place and have breakfast. And you're having breakfast there. Okay? Now this person talks something nice and I say, oh, you're going to that office. Actually, I have a friend there. And then he will tell you that friend happened to be somebody like in a very high position who can influence. So you say that, oh, can you just tell that person that I'm going there? Anyway, I have an interview, etc. Okay. And then you finish that and you go to that office. Now, because you spoke there, because whatever you did, your reality will change a bit differently. That's how the consequences are. They will tweak your energetical terrain, that's all. You're still going in the same path. But the terrain is changing where you feel that guide, the blessings are there. It is in that space that blessings and that good thing is there. If you had taken some other thing, there you would have lost probably money. Somebody did pickpocket for you. Because you went there, that's what happened. So this is how everything opens up a portal for you and a lot of things can come. Something opens up your destiny paths for you and which you feel it is so good for you. Okay, that's how probably you write more of gratitude. Maybe it will open up something energetically, but then you're on the same destiny. It's just that, are you easily traveling in that destiny, or are you having tough time and going there? Eventually you will go to that destiny. Destiny is nothing great or not great. It's just a life story. Lot to learn in that life story, lot to experience in that life story, and it's everything is just experience, that's all. Even contribution is an experience. And like how you're co-creating with others, you're impacting others, because that is also part of their life story, their life soul purpose. So that's why they came to you, so you could contribute. And nothing is by chance. It's a complex equation solved, that's all. For each and every element. It's very mathematical, actually speaking. You chose one path, the other person chose another path, and this equation collided in one place, and that is why you happen to contribute to them. In the same way, taking away also. So it's all mathematical equations, which is depending on the time and space. Can we solve this equation? What's the fun in life then? So just at least I have faith that eventually I'm going wherever I need to go, and every day let me enjoy, no? And there's, oh my gosh, I created this. Oh my God, this path is so beautiful. Oh my God, today it's so good. No, I decided to eat ice cream. So nice happened. Like that. Take everything as one of the left turn or right turn. You took it and explore it fully. Have faith that you're on your life purpose. Nothing will change. And there's nothing to fix here. Yeah? So, there is one little bit of equation solving, a hint. Now, why do we need to solve the equation? I would like to definitely choose a good path for me, enjoy every bit of it, and then just anyway walk in the path of my destiny. I want to choose a good path, that's all, which is enjoyable for me and which will also give me a lot of few things. So, what you need to do is the choices we are making, which are nothing but decision, no? Shall I get up at 6 o'clock or shall I get up at 9 o'clock in the morning? These are very simple, easy decisions to make. Rather, we don't make decisions, we will allow us to sleep. That's a different thing, unless you have an alarm and you have to go somewhere. But there are decisions in life which we have to make. And most often, based on what type of people we are pushed by others to take decision. But that's also choice. We're saying that I won't take any decision, let somebody push me. That's the type of the personality you are. There will be other few type of personality who are like, I know what is good for you better than you know yourself. So I will tell you, you please do. Now, usually if you're a person who is, okay, you please somebody tell me what to do, I'll do that. There will always be a person who wants you to do what they think is right for you. Okay? It kind of works. It's like co-creating with each other, contributing to each other. Okay? Both are same. Both are same. It's again the choice that you let this person decide for you. That's all. Okay? However, in all of this, first contact your heart about this decision. Do you feel nice about it? Do you feel, okay, looks like this is fine for me? Or it's like, oh my gosh, I have to go there. I don't know why I have to go, but this person has told me I have to go, now I have to go. So this is the thing which your heart is telling, please, somehow give reason, don't go there, okay? You know, your heart is telling you so much that you, whatever may be your fears, your inhibitions, whatever it may be, somewhere you don't want to do that, right? Sometimes you're jumping up and down. You just need that 1 minute time and then you want to be there, get there, you know? So this is how the heart is telling about the decision. Now, go with that, plus logically think. Okay? You think like, should I really go? What are the benefits I have if I go? Why should I go, first of all? What is the reason that I'm told to go? What is that pending task I have to do, or whatever that is? Logically think. For your life, is that required for you to do? And what is the truth in it? If someone is telling you that you should be doing this way, what is the truth in it? And then contact your heart. How does your heart say? If both are fine, go ahead and explore this left turn. That terrain will be good for you. And anyway, you're not going away or stray, you're going away from your destiny. You're well within it. But you can make your life a little simple and easy and enjoyable for you. And that's always makes you feel very self-esteem will be very high, and you feel that you are supporting yourself, and everything will be there if you go by these two things, heart and mind. Logically think what is right, whatever people are telling you, blah, blah, blah. Then just think your heart says something and then just do that. If your heart says that it's not, avoid it. Avoiding is also taking you another path, by the way. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. It's not that you're not doing it. You're choosing another path. By not doing that, then you be ready with this path. Now, when you compare these two, you may suddenly think that, oh, no, I'll take the left turn and go. It's okay. That seems to be better than not doing it. Okay? Then both paths are not very enjoyable, but one is slightly bit more enjoyable. Like, okay, whenever while I'm doing it, I will eat that jalebi and come, okay? So it's a nice thing for you. Okay, fine, good. So go there. It's fine. There's something nice, no, there. So let's go. It's like that. You are just choosing all the time. And that is the free will. Free will is only to make you feel good in your life or bad in your life. Consequences are that. Consequences will tell you what your free will was for you. That's all. We are done. Any questions?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Neha.
So a lot of my life I have spent, what should I do? What shouldn't I do? What should I do? What shouldn't I do? Whatever path I chose, never mind. So you mean that was part of the whole written script?
Yeah. And then only when you're dying, Neha, you'll know what was your life purpose, by the way. It's very difficult to make out what is our life purpose. We can only say, okay, till I'm 20 years, this was somewhat like that, running in my family, and I was like that. After this, okay, this seems to be that. After this, okay, I'm interested in that. I want to do it, but somehow it's not happening. What is happening to me then, like this? So that is where I said you need to figure out what was the core value and what was the gift you have and what are the wisdoms you have. This will somewhat tell you what kind of personality you are. And everything else which is happening in your life is the expression of this personality. But that is not life purpose as such. So you can have a summary of your life. Mostly when you're becoming 50-year-old and then 60 and 70, you have a better idea of your soul purpose. Because you have some good number of years of summary. But do you really have choice in that? Of course, you can make it beautiful. But that's what it is. It's a good reason, I think, soul purpose is hidden from us. So that we are motivated to figure out by being different personality. And that's fun. What's the use? Somebody tells you Mahabharata fully. You have to figure it out by knowing each character. What happened to each of them? And then you'll feel, wow, who wrote this? Is the first question you'll think. This is a guy who understood all of this and wrote. You know, that's the brilliance. You'll have to think, who wrote this life of mine? And actually, you wrote it before you were born. Wow, am I so good? Okay, you are, actually.
Eshanye,
Yes, Pala.
we have so much of a belief system and limitations and so on.
Say it again, I can't hear you properly.
So we have limitations, belief system of our own, environment and so on. So by looking at the Akashic record and all that, does it serve to follow our soul purpose?
As I said that you can never change your soul purpose. You're deep inside your soul purpose. And soul purpose has its own seasons and variations. And this Akashic Records reading everything will give you a better choice to make to see a good terrain, good season, good enjoyment. But is it taking you out of your soul purpose? No. It's not possible. That's the whole idea of your soul. How can it go away? It's a story of the soul.
Okay, so my second question is, does animal have soul purpose too?
Does? Say it again.
Animals.
Well, maybe their soul purpose is very limited to being very intuitive, connected with the universe, and probably reproduction so that it evolves. Nothing more than that. But they're so pure that way. But why are you a human being? Because you're not supposed to limit yourself with only that. You're supposed to do a lot more. If you're asking what is the sole purpose of a pet, it has little more than a stray dog and a cat. You understand what I'm saying? It's somewhere contributing to your life. So it got, because of the human touch, Now that started getting a little bit of a purpose. So that is where we are co-creators. The more you touch something, now you're going to change that part. You have so much of a power.
Okay, just now you're saying one more thing. You're saying that we are very busy in our mind and so on. Then the only way is to become a sannyas whereby you don't have to bother about
You
so
don't
many
have to
things.
become a sannyasi. Just retrospect with your own self. That's all.
Try to limit whatever we are doing and go more into us, within
Yeah,
us.
just give meaning to your life by retrospecting your life, understanding your life, and kind of slowing down your life. And then that's actually being a sannyasi. The modern sannyasi is that.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And there's so much of a
But then we
power
say we
in.
can change. Then we say we can change our script when we want, as we want,
You
because we
can't.
have
You
written it.
think that you're changing. That's also was written already. Let's
So,
say you
Akash,
say that I was supposed to go tomorrow to somebody's house. I'm just giving a stupid example. Then you say that I won't go tomorrow. That was already written like that. That you will make the change. It's like that. Because these are choices inside your soul purpose. You're just taking a left turn, right turn, first cross, third cross, fourth cross, wherever you go. It's all the choices which is given to you in this whole purpose.
so when
Okay,
Akashik is supposed to help you if you go to it, it
Of
just tells
course,
you your past more or less.
Akashik will tell you, that's all. But it will tell you
Just
one
the past.
path. There are 100 other paths. So Akashik will ask you, what is your question you want to know? Okay, there itself you're telling, this is the address, okay? Google map, it's the address. Okay, they'll tell you, wait, I'll tell you the path. Suddenly you feel, what am I? Am I in the chakra view and I can't get out of this? No, because it's your soul. You can't live without the soul. And why do you want to get out of it? It's so beautiful. Just be intuitive, make your life interesting. Whatever problem you're facing, solve it, heal it. It's okay because that's all part of your life purpose anyway. Make it interesting, no? Every day. So just spend some time on healing yourself. Make it interesting instead of suffering. Both are two choices.
Eshanye, just one more question.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
supposing a child, supposing they want to choose a path, maybe say supposing they want to become a chef, they want to study chef, but then the parents say no, you must be a doctor, a lawyer, kind of thing. So now who is changing this? Is it going according to the soul purpose, or is it karma is in play?
I don't know. So there are a lot of things involved here, right? Like maybe let's say the child has a PAB, passive aggressive behavior, to go against the father. So the child has, maybe the fathers are doctors, let's say, and the doctor's never available. The child feels, where's my father? I want to do something else. Or the father is something else, or the child has felt they don't have money, and the child thinks, oh, if I become chef, no, then I'll get a lot of money. Okay. So that parents are telling, oh, when everybody is going home, you are at that time working, because 9 o'clock in the night only people will go for hotels to eat. What kind of a family that is? Of course, chefs are also there, no? They're living happily also, right? It's
Yeah.
everybody's different, the belief system, how we have grown, how we are reacting to all of it, and what are the experiences I'm calling out in my life? What are the experiences my guides, parents are also guides, are calling out? It's all a mixture of everything, give and take. karma, everything is mixed. But he may go. Let's say he will win. Parents will say, okay, this child is a gone child, and anyway, just do whatever you want, don't come and ask money. Okay, this child goes and becomes chef. For a long time, he will be chef. One fine day, he'll say that, no, I want to become a healer. And he became. So it is, in the end, it is something you will do. Today, you may think that I'm against my parents, I'll choose this. Tomorrow, you don't know where you'll go. Right?
Indeed.
So the beauty is be easy about your own self and enjoy everything you do. And experience it. It's just one, yet another experience you're going to collect in your bucket. And that's so simple if you start looking at it. And big deal about whether you're a doctor or a chef. Anywhere, you by the time come 80 years, 90 years, you'll die anyway. Who is remembering you after that? You just do know whatever is good and nice for you and for others, and done with it. Simple, no? Life made easy. Yeah.
Isha,
Okay, Navina. I think last question, Navina.
yeah.
It sounds
Isha,
easy, but whose son is doing that is a very big problem.
Leave that to the son. Leave that to the father.
Isha,
We will make our life easy and simple. The more you start thinking like, one second, Praveen, the more you start thinking like this, Neha, somewhere it will become easy for you. That's where I said, go with your heart and the mind. And they will tell you what's going to be easy for you. Slowly, your life will be easy. And slowly, people will tell, oh my God, she seems to be nicely living without taking anything into her heart. And how does she manage? That's happened slowly. Repeatedly, you should tell yourself this. Then it will happen. Yes, Navina. Just one second, Parveen. I'll finish Navina's question and then you.
so Isha, when this statement comes, that we are the makers of our destiny, now I am feeling after, hearing your explanation and everything, that we should rather say that we are the makers or we are the co-creators of the experiences in our life rather than the destiny, because we are not the maker of our destiny, right? We are choosing
So,
the
as
choices.
per some of the school of thoughts, before you're born, you made your destiny. Soul has the choice.
Right.
So, it made the destiny like every part of, like every day of Navina. This is how it's going to be. This is
Right.
until the death.
Right.
So, you made it actually.
Before birth, that is the statement,
Yeah.
right? Before birth,
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. As a
Okay.
soul, you made it.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. But it was wonderful, I think
It's a thought-provoking thing. Is
Yeah.
it the truth? I don't know. After we
But
die,
as
let's
you
all
said,
get together and talk.
but as you said,
And we will
no
see
logic.
whether that's the truth or not.
As you said, like don't apply logic while
Yeah, because I can't prove.
yeah. So
But this
it's
seems
better.
like it. It seems like that. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Experiment in your life and you figure out this is an easy path for you. Okay, then you just tell everybody this is all life purpose, this is what it is, and just go ahead. It's up to them
Yeah.
whether they believe it or whether they follow it. It's all up to them.
Right.
Good thing is you can't prove it.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we all had fun. Parveen, yeah, tell me.
See, all the time when we do something or the other, we think that we are doing it. We have this feeling that we are doing it.
Because
But
free will is you.
but actually, what after I've just made out, it is not we do we are not doing. It is being done.
Correct. And rather you're choosing whatever it's already done and given to you. And you're unlocking it. Certain few things you're unlocking it.
Not choosing, but it is there to be done that way only.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Already done.
So if you take a
One-
left turn, it has to be done that way only. You'll meet those people only. It'll be everything that. You just took the left turn.
And that question is, see, all we are in a family or in a friend circle or in this group circle, we all are also in the some they're connected.
Yeah, it's an equation, I told you, right?
Equation.
In this equation, we are all variables and it has to be there. It's
That is
so
how we
much
meet people.
more, it should be there.
Equation, we meet same type of person, same type, all what is distance. It's a story already written.
Yes, like Mahabharata story, if it has,
Like
this
storyline
has
is
to be
already-
there.
It is already written.
Yes,
We're just jumbling in between.
you're just figuring it out.
Yes. And now I understood. But see, I have been trying to always think what is the soul purpose. Till now, I'm not able to make it what my soul purpose.
So that will unfold to you slowly. Maybe you go with those three things: your core value and your gifts in your life and the wisdom you are getting. Because wisdom is also what type of wisdom I take is my choice. Other things I don't realize. It won't come to me. So when you start realizing those things, all the time, if somebody comes and talks to me about making different types of teas, or that leaf, this flower, I get so excited, and then I like, okay, fine, I will have a lot more conversation. Why it is like that for me? It somewhere is my personality, and I'll always choose that. I'll always make that as my people or my group. My belongingness comes there. That's part of your soul purpose. I am not in some, let's say, what is that, rocket scientist. Why am I not there? That's not my sole purpose. You get it now what I'm saying? So decode those three things, you'll know where you belong and what's the terrain you're choosing in there. In that only you will choose a bit of a left turn, bit of a right turn, straight turn.
But it is already written.
It's all written.
Something very interesting.
Yes. So it's a beautiful, thought-provoking discussion we had.
Sure,
Enjoy.
one
Eshanye,
thing
one
I
more
want to
question.
share.
One,
Okay.
Pala, tell me.
Yeah, but
no, that example, some people commit suicide. Is it, can you say, is it a consequence of free will?
It is a free will which is stopping the soul purpose. So if you look at it, that free will messed up, they will have to finish this soul purpose. So immediately you turn, again be born and feel the same terrain again.
Yeah, interesting.
So they didn't escape anything.
Mm. Okay.
Got it right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you.
Isha,
They
one,
didn't escape anything, but the feeling that they went through, that the desperation or whatever, is always already pre-written.
They had a choice, no? Free will was also there to take a left turn, right turn, no? That's what it is. There's always a choice for us. You don't
But
have
they
to
say
stop
that
it.
the time of death is always pre-written. You cannot change that.
So they took a wrong turn where it stops.
Okay.
Neha, I have answer for everything you ask.
All these terms are predetermined.
You know why, Neha? I can't prove it.
All these terms are predetermined.
It is. It seems like that, Parveen. Now, let me be very honest. It seems every question I ask seems to fit in. So that's what I
Because
tell
Things
you.
happen on their own. They will
one
go and do
Pandit said,
something or
some
other.
Pandit religious people said that if a person takes their own life, that is suicide, commits suicide, then they wait it out in the afterlife till it's time for them to be reborn. They cannot escape. In fact, they are in more suffering.
Whatever that is, see, what we are talking is in the body. Outside the body, rules are different. Maybe it has its own rules where you have to come again and experience. Most often, that's what people have told in their hypnotherapy and everything. But maybe you have choices there too. We don't know about that. Yes, Navina.
yeah,
Last
Isha,
question, Navina.
no, it's not a question. Just an awareness came while you were sharing. It's like when we have the feeling, when there is a set of people where we don't feel belong, immediately we take a turn and we enter into a group or set of people where we feel belong. So that is also like that particular set of people helped us to take the turn, that
True,
I
but
think.
it's not necessarily true. You may continue to try to belong in the group which you're not belonged also.
Yeah.
Eternally
things.
you'll feel, and one fine day is enough is enough, I'm quitting.
Mhm.
So there is no right or wrong here. There is a lot of thought-provoking thing, and then the deeper you go, the bottom is never visible.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are
Thank
done for
you.
today, and
you.
thanks.